magic words. There are 5 magic words. There are 5 magic words that I know. Please excuse me, sorry, thank you. And the last one, pardon me, pardon me. Are you ready? I was born ready. Are you ready? I was born ready. Ready for what? Ready to learn. So if you remember those lines, give it up for yourself. Roll it, and let it go. Roll, roll it, and let it go. I am awesome. I am amazing. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, yes. Now, the last time we were here, we started with the 5 magic words, and we learned about please. Remember all I told you about saying please? Remember I told you that when you don't say please, you sound like a military dictator ordering people about. Stop this, do that, don't do this. And no one likes being ordered about. Remember I talked about that? So I said yes. When you want to ask for something, you always need to ask nicely. You have a request to make, you always need to ask nicely by simply saying please. Please can I? Please may I? Always remember your please. So if you remember that and many more we learned the last time, roll it up for yourself again. Roll it, and let it go. I am super smart and intelligent. Amazing. It's good to be here again. And my name is Enimie Orebo. So if you are joining us for the first time, this is a character club where we learn all about healthy characters, sexuality education, etiquette, manners, and every good behavior that will help you grow from good, cute, adorable children to responsible adults who made God proud, who made the society proud, who will make your parents proud, and who will make me proud too. It's good to be here again today. And today we are continuing with our 5 magic words. And today we are going to be learning about, who can tell me? Okay, so here is what you do. You write it down, and when I say it, if your answer is right, you give it up for yourself. But if your answer is not right, it's okay. It's not a competition. You can always try. So write it down. Let me give you a few seconds to write it down. 1, 2, 3. Fine. So today we are learning all about excuse me. Excuse me. Another magic phrase called excuse me. Now remember I also taught you why these phrases or words are called magic, right? If you don't remember, you go back to our last video, and watch it again, and then you will remember why they are called the magic words or the magic phrases. So let's go talking about excuse me today. So before we go talking about excuse me, you are going to do something for me. You are going to take your pen and your paper. You are going to write what excuse me means, or rather how to say excuse me, when to say excuse me. Yes, you are going to write when to say excuse me down. And then when I give you mine, you compare together. You compare yours and mine. And again, if your answers are correct, then you roll it up for yourself. Right? Good. So I'll give you like 30 seconds to write it down. 1, 2. Write when to say excuse me. Counting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So you've written down when to say excuse me. So now you compare what you've written down with what I'll be teaching you about excuse me. And again, if your answers are right, you roll it up for yourself. Roll it, and let it go. You can say you are great, you are fantastic, you are wonderful, you are awesome, you are everything and anything. So let's go into excuse me properly. So let's look at when to say excuse me. You say excuse me firstly when you want to get a person's attention, and secondly to make small apologies. You say excuse me. So let's talk about getting a person's attention. Let me paint a picture for you. You know, when someone is in the room, you know, before you enter into a person's room, what do? You knock. Knock, 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 knock. And the person tells you, who is there? Ask, who is there? It's me, Mr. Rebel. Come in. Okay, thank you. You enter into the room. That is the same thing excuse me does. Two people are talking. Before you go there and interrupt them, you are going to knock, knock. Can I come in? Is it free for me to say something? That is excuse me. Someone is obstructing your way. You are going to say, knock, knock. Hello, you are blocking my way. Excuse me. Are you paying attention? So excuse me, you say excuse me when you want to get a person's attention. Whether two people are talking, your mom or your dad are talking, or your mom has a visitor, your mom is talking to his friend, your aunt or anyone, before you go and interrupt, you must say excuse me. Of course, you know that you don't interrupt. You just don't interrupt when people are talking. Except it's an emergency, then you interrupt. You know what emergency means, right? Okay, so I'll give you as an assignment. Go and ask for what emergency means. You can also use your dictionary to check the meaning of emergency. That is only when you interrupt. And before you interrupt, you must say, excuse me. Like saying, like knocking on the door. Knock, knock, I'm here. Can I come in? So you must say what? Excuse me. Okay. Another time you say excuse me is when someone is obstructing your way. You just don't go there and push the person away. That makes you a bully. So what do? You knock. Knock, knock. You're obstructing my way. Excuse me, you're obstructing my way. Can I pass? Can I watch my TV? Can I see the person I want to see? That's another way. Another time you say excuse me. Are you paying attention? Maybe you are looking for somewhere, or your mom sent you on an errand. You are trying to get someone. You get there, you see people around. The first thing you want to do is they may be talking to each other or engrossed in what they are doing. You actually want to knock. You don't want to barge in, because when you barge in, you are rude. So you don't want to barge in. You want to knock. Knock, knock. Can I ask a question? Excuse me. So when you say excuse me, you wait for someone to give you some attention, because you are actually saying excuse me to get a person's attention. So when you don't wait for the person to give you an attention, then you are not saying excuse me correctly. So when you say excuse me to get a person's attention, wait for the person to give you an attention. Give you some attention, and then you say what you want to say. So I said you can say excuse me when you want to interrupt people talking. You can say excuse me when someone is obstructing your way. You can say excuse me when you need to ask someone for something to get their attention. You say excuse me generally to get people's attention. So let's read from the book Manners, Poise, and More. Let's read book. Which of the books should we read now? Which of the books should we read? Okay, let's read book 2. Let's go. When you need to get someone's attention, you say excuse me. Excuse me is a polite way to speak. When two or more people are talking and you need to say something right away, you say, what? Good, excuse me. Example, mommy is talking to daddy and Nana needs to show mommy her bleeding foot. Nana says, excuse me, mom, I hurt my foot. Good. When you need to pass through a place and someone is blocking your way, what do you say? Fantastic. Excuse me. Nana again. Nana's teacher is teaching. Nana has a question. Nana says, excuse me, ma'am, I do not understand it. Good. While eating, okay, those are some of the times you say excuse me when you want to get a person's attention. So now let's look at excuse me to make small apology. You also use excuse me to make small apology. Remember I said that. Now let's look at how to use excuse me to make small apology. We are going back to Nana again. While eating, Nana belches. Nana covers her mouth with her hands and says, oh, excuse me. Yes. You can also use excuse me to make small apologies for when you belch, when you sneeze, when you yawn. Yes. Because people are there. It's just a way of saying, hey, I know you are here. I'm sorry. They are harmless, but yes, I acknowledge your presence. So excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And when you belch, when you yawn, and when you sneeze, excuse me. Okay. Did you say when you fart? Hey, no, you never say excuse me when you fart. No way. Disgusting. You want to fart, you step aside. You step away from where people are before you fart. You don't ever fart where your friends are and say excuse me. You don't ever fart where anyone is and say excuse me. It's smelly, it's disgusting. Don't do that. Nah. Excuse me is not for when you fart. Excuse me is for when you belch. Excuse me for when you sneeze. Excuse me for when you yawn. And when you want to belch, you don't just open your mouth and belch. You put your hands over your mouth before you belch. You want to sneeze, you take your handkerchief or anything over your nose before you belch, before you sneeze. And you want to yawn, you put your hand or anything over your mouth before you yawn. And then afterwards you say, excuse me. But for farting, hey, no. You don't ever fart where people are. You must step aside before you fart. Because fart smells. It is disgusting. So you don't want everyone. Now imagine you are eating and someone farts there. What will you do? You just throw the food away because the whole place will be smelling. Even the taste of your food. Okay, no, the smell will not spoil the taste of your food, but hey, you don't fart where people are. There are 5 magic words. There are 5 magic words. There are 5 magic words that I know. Please excuse me, sorry, thank you. And the last one, pardon me, pardon me. I hope you learned something today. I hope you now know when to say excuse me and how to say excuse me. Now remember I said, when you say excuse me to get the person's attention, you must wait to get their attention before you say what you want to say. You just don't go interrupting people. You just don't go pushing someone away that is blocking you. You are watching the TV and someone is blocking it. You go there and push them away. That makes you a bully. Nah. And if you can't wait for people talking if you can't tell them excuse me, for them to give you some attention before you say what you want to say, it simply means you may be struggling with self-discipline. So nah. So you need to always say excuse me and wait to get attention before asking what you want to ask or before saying what you want to say. Etiquette is my name, and we'll come back another time with another topic. And I hope you love watching character club where we learn healthy characters to help us grow from good children to responsible adults who will live a happy and fulfilled life. Are you ready? Are you ready? I was born ready. So roll it for yourself. Roll it, and let it go. You are great. Amazing. So remember, if you have the book, Manners, Squares, and More, there are tasks for you there. For all ages. Just go to the page you have, excuse me, and then you do the simple tasks there. And you can share in the comment section your task so that I can talk to you personally. And again, remember I said sharing is kindness. So tell your parents to please share this video to all your friends so that everyone gets to watch it and everyone gets to learn what you are learning. Right? Good. There are 5 magic quests. There are 5 magic quests. There are 5 magic quests that I know. Please excuse me, sorry, thank you. And the last one, pardon me. Pardon me. Bye-bye.